Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to LA Dodger Report via Netchuk Arts. Today, we're talking about the revelations that Julio Urias, young Dodger pitcher, was arrested for domestic violence. And my take as a fan on how I'm going to view and handle this situation, this very serious situation for one of my favorite players on my favorite team. Last night, Julio Urias was arrested for domestic violence. Witnesses said that he was in an argument with a young lady who somehow he was involved in getting her down to the ground. Unknown exactly if he pushed her, shoved her, grabbed her, threw her. We don't know. But it was an argument that got out of hand, and the young lady ended up on the ground. Urias ended up arrested, and he was later bailed out. Now, how do we take this as fans? Urias, as I mentioned, is a popular Dodger, and he's popular with me. One of my favorites. I love to champion him ever since he came up through the organization. And as we all know, the Dodgers are my team, do or die. But the Dodgers have stumbled on this issue in the past. They stumbled in the situation that Urias was involved in, and I also have to view that organization through a different set of eyes, as I presently am going to view Urias. I'm going to see him differently. These accusations right now sound credible. And here's what I say about that, about Urias. I'm no longer going to champion him as the up-and-coming rising star, rah, 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 and so on, unless and until I see either the accusations are cleared or some kind of honest acceptance of responsibility and acceptance of consequences and true search for redemption. And I don't mean with me, but I mean with the victims and the people that have been involved that he may have hurt. And perhaps, yeah, me as a fan, because he's hurt my view of him as a player. And hey, the Dodgers want my money. They want me to pay money to go and see this guy, which brings me to the Dodgers as the organization that I have to see through different eyes. Because part of the revelations of this morning about Urias resurrect the story of Urias being involved years ago at the spring training facilities in Arizona in another serious incident, this one involving sexual violence, this one involving a 17-year-old underage and drunk victim, and Urias being reported that he was present at the party, small get-together, that happened. Now, I don't say that Urias did anything against that young lady at that party, but what I'm talking about here is the Dodgers' pattern for sweeping under the rug or bumbling through incompetence or just allowing it to happen and hoping things would go away because they're minor leaguers and vulnerable populations who are being victimized. I'm not sure what all the motives are there, but I know this. The Dodgers didn't do enough, and they didn't take enough of the right steps when those patterns started to happen, when those earlier incidents happened. There was another incident with another minor leaguer who assaulted, got handsy with a hotel maid after she rebuffed his advances, apparently for a long time, days or weeks. And the Dodgers didn't do much in terms of consequences or in terms of addressing the situation in a realistic way that involved training and education for their young ball players. I need the Dodgers to really get out in front in a real way and in a solid way beyond platitudes. We need to see that happen from them as an organization. Of course, they released the statement, oh, we're going to do all we can. Oh, these are serious accusations. Oh, this is serious business. Oh, we're going to be serious, a serious organization about it. Well, we shall see, because it hasn't happened yet. So as far as the Dodgers organization goes, we shall see. My fandom for Julio Urias is now on hold until I see how this thing plays out. And if it turns out to be true, yeah, maybe I don't want Julio Urias on my team, because I want to be consistent across the board, that I don't want these kind of players on my favorite team. That said, finally, what I can accept as a fan, what I can accept is honest appreciation of consequences, honest taking responsibility for actions from Julio, and honestly facing the fans and doing something about it, and really accepting consequences, accepting responsibility for actions, and seeking forgiveness in a real and a concrete way. Okay, if that happens, I can be a forgiving person, particularly if it's even known that the victims are also forgiving, because everybody deserves a second chance. Dodgers, please get on this and handle it in a real way, because Julio's situation may not have happened if you had taken things seriously after the incidents in the Arizona desert. That's my take for LA Dodger Report. Peace.